Good morning. Hi, Hillary. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a huge pleasure to be here before what is, I think, incontestably one of the most intimidating audiences I've ever seen. If I was President Nicolas Sarkozy of France, I don't think I would refuse to be pictured with a group of people so glamorous, so tall, and so nerve-wrackingly thin. Wonderful to be here, and I really want to say I think you've taken a huge risk, obviously, in asking me to perform this function, because I appear before you. I was the Observer condemned me not so long ago as being one of the worst dressed people in the UK, and I appear before you in exactly the same suit that I wore to receive the Beijing Olympic flag, and I took then the biggest, or possibly the only, fashion decision I'd ever taken in my life, which led to a kind of international diplomatic incident and global outrage, because I decided I was going to keep my jacket open. Now I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, was I right? Yes, I was definitely right. Well, that's my view anyway. I'm sticking to it. And I think it's that kind of willingness to be heterodox in the face of the orthodoxy that London is at the cutting edge of fashion. And I was amazed yesterday in the course of an interview with Nang magazine, a challenging interview with Nang magazine, where a 15-year-old ticked me off for appearing on the cover of Elle magazine wearing this very same suit. And because my interviewer said it was not she didn't object to the suit, or to not doing my button-up, but she said it was frivolous to be seen to be endorsing fashion. And it is very rare, ladies and gentlemen, that I lose my cool in the course of an interview with an icon. I didn't really lose my cool, but I told this girl in no uncertain terms that it was my job to speak up for one of the greatest industries in London, and which makes London the greatest city on earth, ladies and gentlemen. And I told her that the genius of London designers and the intellectual property that they generate helps to produce £3.8 billion worth of goods and employ 80,000 people. And I pointed out, or I would have pointed out had I the wit at that moment, that clothes and textiles are worth £6.2 billion in overseas earnings alone for this country. And that is why I'm so proud that we in the London Development Agency have supported this industry throughout the downturn, flying in business and journalists from across the world to see London Fashion Week. And all the evidence is that it pays off handsome dividends. Our studies show that the investment we make in fashion in London has returns of 30 to 1. Ladies and gentlemen, what is London great for? What has London been great for over the ages? In the 16th century, it was what? It was wool. In the 17th century, it was leather, things like that, saddles. We were very good at that. In the 18th century, we led the world in tea, and of course, there were some colonies which refused to pay tax on it. In the 19th century, it was shipbuilding. In the 20th century, it was all sorts of things, from Hoovers to Fords to banking, insurance, all that kind of thing. Well, where am I on? Which century am I on now? In the 21st century, ladies and gentlemen, the 21st century, we have astonishing depth and range of manufacturing industries. Still in this city, we have, I just got amazed the other day that there is a factory in Walthamstow that exports £5 million worth of chocolate cake every year. And where does it export it? To France, ladies and gentlemen. And so my message to President Sarkozy and everybody in France is, you know, let them eat cake, provided it's made in Walthamstow. And exactly the same point can be made. Why is that cake so popular in France? There's a genius of the people in Walthamstow. They decided to call it gu, which looks as though it comes from Austria, thus bamboozling the people of France. And that is the kind of marketing genius that I see everywhere in London. That is the ability to sell in defiance of all the economic logic that I see everywhere in London. And London Fashion Week is the embodiment of that creative talent, that restless entrepreneurial flair that allows this city to put Paris and New York in the shade. Congratulations, and indeed to help to lead this city out of the recession. So I just want to congratulate you very, very much on everything you do, and I want to conclude with this very, very important thought, that no matter what the whatever the threats of the trade unions, as long as I have anything to do with the government of this city and of this country, there will be no ban on high heels. There will be no ban on high heels. Thank you very much for having me along, and I had great pleasure in the Derry London Fashion Week Open. Thank you.